Guys, how are we here already? How am I here talking to you about more Instagram updates already? I literally feel like I recorded my last Instagram update video like a couple of hours ago. Okay, I'm obviously exaggerating. It was more than that, but it was recent. But there are more updates that obviously I've got to jump on here and tell you guys all about. So if you're interested in knowing Instagram's latest features and just staying up to date with what's going on, then I recommend sticking with me and watching the rest of this video. A couple of things I need to say before we get to the good stuff. The first is that I have so many freebies available to you guys in my description. I have masterclasses, I have a workbook about doubling your reach on Instagram. So if you're interested in extending or continuing your learning with me, then I recommend checking those out after the video. But also, it is worth noting that I have done a few videos on Instagram updates and I don't want to repeat myself. So if you've not watched my other videos about other Instagram updates, I will put a link to all of those in the description as well. So you can have a nice little watching spree, probably get sick of my face and my voice, and watch a bunch of different videos from me about all of Instagram's updates. So in about an hour or so's time, you're gonna know all of the updates. Like, you will be an absolute Instagram pro. Okay, let's get to the updates. Okay, so the first one is fresh off the press. Hot off the press. Is it hot off the press? I'm sure I've tried to use this phrase multiple times in my videos. Why I haven't just Googled it yet to figure out, I'm gonna Google it now. It's hot off the press. First one is hot off the press, as in I literally just learned about this one this morning, and it's actually about your Instagram stories. So Instagram has officially launched a live test. So it's not really officially launched, but they're officially testing this feature across loads of different accounts now. And it is basically a feature which allows you to record 60-second stories. It might not sound that exciting, but have you ever recorded a story or just a video on your camera and then tried to upload it to your stories and then it gets broken down into those 15-second segments and it's really frustrating? Well, from now on, it will still get broken down, but only into 60-second segments. So again, it might not be the most glamorous of updates for people, but I'm actually really excited by it. Does that mean that I'm sad? Maybe. I don't know. So the next one is an interesting one. I think it's called Rage Shake. Essentially what it is if you're getting annoyed with Instagram, right? So if you're on Instagram right now and I'm getting annoyed with it, I can go like this and a message will pop up saying like, what's going on? Is there something wrong with Instagram? Let us know what you're experiencing. So it's a way for you to give like instant feedback to the platform. If they're going to listen to all that feedback, I don't really know. I would like to think they will be. I don't know if it's just like their way of trying to reassure you that they're listening without actually listening. I'm not sure, but that exists now. Now, let me just say, it only exists in the US. So if you did what I did and immediately picked up your phone and started doing this, only to realize that it doesn't work in your region, then don't worry, you're not alone, okay? We're all doing it. It's only available in the US though, so that's another one of Instagram's updates. Another really useful update is the Carousel update. So now you can officially post a carousel, so a series of photos to your Instagram, and you can actually edit and remove one of those photos after you've posted it, which you've never been able to do before, but it seems like a really obvious thing that you should have been able to do for a long time. They've never got around to doing it, but now you can actually edit your carousels and edit the photos that you have already uploaded after they've gone live. The next feature I really love because I recently took a break from Instagram. It wasn't a super long one, it was like maybe 4 or 5 days, and I went away for my birthday and I didn't go on anything, like not even my emails. I was really proud of myself. I did not go on anything, so I didn't go on my Instagram at all, and it was absolutely lovely. I had the best time. Having a break, which might sound weird coming from someone who obviously a lot of what I do is about Instagram, and I do love Instagram as a platform in terms of the opportunities that it provides everyone. However, there are obviously the downsides to Instagram, and it's not always the best platform when it comes to your mental health. So this new update is called Take a Break. It's something that's not launched yet, they're just testing it, and essentially what it does is it allows you to set up reminders in Instagram so that if you've been on the app for a certain amount of time, you get a notification saying, you've been on the app for X amount of time, maybe you should take a break. And then it's also supposedly going to have expert-backed tips. So some super smart people who know loads about taking a break are going to provide you with tips of what you can be doing during that break, which is going to help you make the most of your time away from Instagram. So it's basically like a great one for your mental health. And I know for sure that when it comes on on, like when they actually enforce it, I'm going to be using it 100%. So yeah, that's another new update, which I actually really like, and I hope they kind of hurry up and get it rolled out to everyone as soon as possible. Another one is the add your sticker to stories, which I'm sure you guys have seen. I feel like this feature was picked up and used by people super quick. Like the second it was released, I saw it on so many people's stories, which I'm sure Instagram are like absolutely throwing a party over, because that is like their dream. So the add your sticker, in case you've not seen it yet, I'll put an example over here. It essentially allows you to create like a thread on your stories. So you add the add your sticker and you encourage other people to add their own photo or content which is related to whatever your content is, right? And it essentially allows people to respond to your story with their own content and their own version of whatever you're talking about, and it creates a bit of a chain. Now, I think the bugs in it have been worked out now. Like there were some issues with it before, it wasn't working for everyone, and like that is the worst thing to happen when you actually manage to find a feature, release it, and then everyone uses it really quick, and then there's bugs with it, because then there's a big chance you're going to lose out on people using it moving forward. But as far as I'm aware, those bugs have been figured out, so it should be working really well now. And it's a really great feature for brands in particular. What a great way to engage your audiences and get them involved with the different type of content that you're sharing. Like there's some really great examples of that going around online. So definitely a great feature for you to explore, as long as it's actually working. Okay, only 2 more updates to go. The next update is again a boring one, but an obvious one that should have existed for a while. You can now upload content onto Instagram from your desktop. So why this wasn't released previously, like I honestly could not tell you, but they finally made it possible for you to upload content to your Instagram page from your desktop. So if you run a business Instagram account or anything like that, I feel like you're the people who will really benefit from this update, because you can keep your Instagram management on your desktop alongside all the other work that you're doing. Now, the mobile app is still a lot more powerful than the desktop one. So yes, you can upload content, but it doesn't mean that you can wave goodbye to being on your phone and on your Instagram moving forward. Like that's still going to be the primary way for you to access all of the features. So something to consider. But I mean, bearing in mind that I obviously use Instagram for business, so I should fall into that demographic of people who would really benefit from this update, I still don't use Instagram on my desktop ever. So let's see how useful it really is, but it's definitely an update worth knowing about. So final update for the day is all about Instagram video. So you may recall from my previous content that Instagram are obviously focusing a lot on their video features moving forward. That's like a huge area for them, right? They're trying to compete with the YouTube and the TikToks and whatever else. So one of the ways that they wanted to do this was to invest more in their video feature. So you may have already noticed that IGTV is no more, and now it's just Instagram videos. So all of your videos, regardless of whether they were IGTVs before or whether they were just videos that you posted to your grid, they are all now going to sit under your video section. Now, that's not the update for today, because I already mentioned that update a couple months back in a different video. The update for today is more about how the video feature now looks in your feed. And you may have noticed this previously. I mean, I definitely did, but when you scroll through your home feed now, when you see an Instagram video pop up, it will be far more immersive. It will take up the whole screen if it's vertical. So if the video is vertical, then it's going to take up a lot more of your screen. I'll put an example over here. And then also when you tap on that video, it's going to take up the entire screen. So it will open up the entire screen. So you'll have like a far more immersive experience. In addition to this, the preview time for your videos are now 60 seconds. It previously used to be a lot shorter. So what this means is when you're scrolling through your feed and you see videos pop up, you can now see 60 seconds of that video before you have to click on the whole video to watch the whole thing. Whereas previously you could see a lot less of that video before you could actually have to click on it and watch the rest of it. So that's another change. One of the biggest changes, in my opinion though, is to do with the discoverability of videos now. So what they've done is they've made it so that if you've clicked on a video and it's taken up your whole screen, you can scroll, and by doing that and scrolling, you're going to see more videos. So if you think about how your reels look in your home feed, when you click on a reel, if you keep on scrolling, you see more reels, right? They're doing the same thing for video. And this update is super significant because what it's going to result in is your videos being viewed by more people. Instagram are making it easier for people to browse and view and watch videos. And previously with IGTVs, that was not the case. And IGTVs were notorious for having really, really poor reach. And Instagram did come out and say, look, we're working on that and you're not going to have that problem when it comes to Instagram video. And I didn't believe them because I just thought, I don't know, I've been scarred before, I just didn't believe them. But they're holding true to their promise. They are making changes, which is going to result in all of our videos being seen by more people. So watch out, because video can be a really upcoming feature for Instagram. It seems like they're really pushing it. So you heard it here first. Okay, that is it for today's video. If you would like to know immediately when these updates are happening and have more information on how to utilize these updates, then maybe you want to check out some of my programs. I do have a game-changing membership club specifically for content creators and influencers. It's called the Creators Club. It has over 200 members already. I say already because I only launched it last week. And I also have an online course which is specifically for business owners looking to leverage Instagram to grow. So if you fall into any of those categories, be sure to check out the links in my description. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel like hanging around and learning more about Instagram, I recommend checking out this video. It basically features all of these tips that we all used to follow that no longer work on Instagram. So if it sounds of interest to you, then 100% recommend checking it out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.